What does it teach us? Well, look how the chapter ends. Look at chapter 9, verse 20. But the rest of mankind, the other 42% that have not died yet, everybody else, look at this, who weren't killed, did not repent. Now, up to the top of the slide. Sin is far more powerful than we realize. Despite all the horrors, the cataclysm, the people are still chained by their sins of rebellion that only Christ can release them from, and they don't want to be released. That's probably the saddest. Verse 20 and 21 of chapter 9, in the darkest chapter, is the saddest verse. God has all these evangelistic tools in motion. He sent the biggest display of horror show possible, warning people of the death coming, and they would not repent. What are they not willing to repent of? The works of their hands. They want to worship demons, number one. They want to worship idols of gold and silver and brass and stone and wood, number two. They can't even see or hear or walk. Verse 21, they wouldn't repent of their murder. They're so hateful. They're like their father, the devil. He was a murderer, Jesus said in John 8:44 from the beginning. People are murderous. They're sorceries. Boy, that's an interesting word. If you go to Logos and right-click it, do you know what that word is? Pharmakeia. Now, we still have that word in America. It's an English form of the Greek word pharmakeia. We call it pharmacy, pharmaceuticals. What this is, pharmacological, all the pharmas are drugs. It's called sorceries in the Bible. Why? Because what is the demon world? It's the spirit world. What are we? We're physical beings. What's the portal? What's the connection? What's the doorway between the physical world and the spiritual world you can't see? It's right here, your mind. What do people take drugs for? Because it brings them into this emotional, mental ecstasy, or whatever it does to them, uppers, downers, whatever they're doing. What are they doing? They're affecting their minds. Actually, what they're doing is, it says right here, they're allowing sorcery. Drug usage has always been tied to demonism. Why? Because it's opening the door. Do you guys live around mosquitoes? What happens when you have a screen door in your house and your grandmother sitting in the chair doesn't want to be eaten? Shut that door! Shut that door! Don't open the window that doesn't have a screen. You don't want any of that stuff in here. Your mind is a barrier between the spirit world and the physical world. When you have drugs, you open all the screens and the doors, and anything out there can come in. It's horrible. And they're indwelt, and they won't repent of their sorceries, their drug use that opens their mind to the demon world. Oh, look at this. They still have time for this. All the water's polluted, the sun is scorching them, the demons are running loose, and they will not quit their sexual immorality. You know why? They're addicted. It no longer brings pleasure, but they are totally addicted, and they can't get along without it. Or their thefts. Wow. Those are 6 terrible things. What does all that mean? That we need to resist Satan, the serpent, the devil, the deceiver, the dragon, the accuser. He's alive and busy on earth today. This is the worst. Chapter 9 is the worst. But he's here now.